What is up, YouTube? My name is Eton. This is the first video in my new top 5 series where I talk about things, 5 of them in a video. And this video, guys, is Eton's top 5 Pokemon Moon and Pokemon Sun hopes and wishes, what I want to be added into the game, so I hope you all enjoy. I'll try and do these a lot differently, but I hope the GFX are good, and I'll try and make the thumbnails good and stuff like that. So, yeah, also, you guys can also, in the comment section below, suggest which top 5 you want me to do next. It could be top 5 Pokemon, top 5 shinies, top 5 favorite something or others, top 5 whatever. What top 5 do you guys want to see? And I'll do it. So let's start off with number 5. So the titles for these new games are Pokemon Moon and Pokemon Sun. So therefore, if there isn't a Mega Lunatone and a Mega Solrock, I don't know what the hell Game Freak's thinking. It's called Moon and Sun. What are the only Moon and Sun Pokemon in the game? Well, Lunatone as the moon and Solrock as the sun. Like, let's be honest, Luna pretty much means night or moon. And like Solrock, like Sol means like sun or heat or something. Therefore, sun. Come on, guys. I feel like it's coming. I think it should have been back when Pokemon X and Y was released, besides some other things. But I don't know. Mega Lunatone, Mega Solrock, as you can see on the screen, some ideas of what it might look like. This one also right over here. Hold on, I should probably put it up myself here. It looks pretty cool. It's like a mix between Lunatone and Solrock. It's pretty cool. It changes during the day and during the night based on like attacks and defense. I think that'd be pretty cool. Maybe not just to have one, but to have both of them just combine into one evolution. That seems pretty cool. Maybe there can be something cool in the storyline that compares the two, like this new evil corporation, like a Team Rocket figure or something like that, takes a Solrock and a Lunatone and does some experiments, and maybe, I don't know, makes one Pokemon out of the two of them, sort of like, what is it, Kyurem Black, Kyurem White, things like that, from Gen 5, wasn't something like that? I think something like that was a thing. That sounds pretty cool, so it could be, I don't know, maybe like a Rock Ghost type, or like a Fire Rock type, something cool, Fire Ghost, what's something that hasn't really been a thing yet? I don't know, maybe just triple typing? Nah, triple typing probably won't be a thing, but that'd be pretty cool with it though. Maybe for something else, maybe some new Pokemon or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much number 5, Mega Lunatone, Mega Solrock. Number 4 is actually something I've wanted back when Pokemon X and Y was the thing. However, I knew it couldn't happen based on the new roller skates and things like that, which is something it just could not happen. It was just impossible. Pokemon can't have roller skates. Right? I don't know. This is when Pokemon, like, walked behind you, and, like, the good old days, like, back in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. That's at least what I played when, like, the Pokemon would follow you. Isn't it, like, back in Pokemon Yellow or something, you'd have, like, the Pikachu follow you? The idea of Pokemon walking behind you is just, it's so cool, especially to see it in 3D, like, in this new game. It would be so cool to just see a giant, I don't know, Giratina behind you, or possibly one of the new legendaries that they'll add in the game, some new dragon type figure things. Probably won't even be a dragon. It'll probably be some like underwater, I don't know, Megalodon or something. Let's go with Megalodon. I'm hoping for Megalodon, like a triple Mega Sharpedo or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. That'd be cool. Just the idea of Pokemon walking behind you, it's just always fascinated me. I've always thought it was cool. I feel like it should be in every Pokemon game. I think if we were to have this and like you have to like maybe fly, like go flying or something, especially if the flying type was like on your team, like let's say you had a Staraptor behind you. Back in like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, if you wanted to fly somewhere and that Staraptor was out behind you, all you had to do was just click on your fly button, and then it'd show the animation of you hopping on the bird, the Staraptor, and then flying. I think that's cool, and that's that. Also, if you have to go, like, surfing or something, and let's say you have what's a good surfing Pokemon? I don't know, Wailmer on your team. You hop on the Wailmer's back, it shows you hopping on the Wailmer's back, and you just ride around on that. Especially something with like Lapras, that'd be something pretty cool. Anything that can get surf, you sort of make it a way that you can ride on it. Because I mean, hey, why not? It's 2016. Get with the program, guys. We want some cool animations and stuff in here. For number 3, I believe that there just has to be different region conversion. And by that I mean like you go between not just one region, like the new region, whichever this new Pokemon Moon, Pokemon Sun region is, whatever that name might be. But I'm talking about like going to Kalos and then going to Unova and then going to Sinnoh, Johto, Kanto, what am I missing? The third gen? I don't know, who cares? But there needs to be different ways to get to these different places. I feel like this game needs to be bigger than the normal game that they would given us with like Pokemon X and Y. I'm obviously not going to talk about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire just because that's off of Gen 3. That's like that entire story. It's cool how they added that post game, but I'll get into that a little bit later. But they need to add a way that we can go to different regions, not just this current region we're in, through via maybe air travel or through on a train, even though I don't think it's possible with some of these regions, or maybe underwater, maybe on a boat, maybe through a spaceship. I don't know, something cool, because I think what this needs to happen is it needs to be like the Heart Gold, Soul Silver remakes. Not even that. I guess you can just say second gen, where you go back to first gen. We should start off in this new region, then maybe go back to Kalos and explore everything there, and then after we beat that stuff, we get all 16 badges or whatever, we can then move on to other places, capture all the Pokemon there, and then just go from there. What I want from this is to actually have the ability to capture every single flippin' Pokemon in the game. I think that would be super cool, because now we're going to have over 800, over 900 possible Pokemon in the game. We should be able to try and catch them all, because isn't that like what Pokemon's all about? Catching all of them and being the best? Isn't that the entire reason behind it? There's never been a game that's actually been like this at all, and I feel like this is the game that it should be like this. There should be every single region in this game, or in the entire franchise, should be in this game. It's the right thing to do. This is 7th generation. This is it. I feel like this is the final time when this is where they take their final stand and make the game, make the franchise the final place. This is the peak of where it will be, because who knows, they might make more after this. They might make one more game thing, I guess you could say. But I feel like this is the one where it's going to max it out. This is the one where it's going to be the best, the very best, like no other game ever was. Some legendaries are considered more irrelevant than others. For example, like Manaphy and Fion, Shaman, Azelf, Uxie, Mesprit, you know, things like that. Even Heatran, I guess, sometimes, besides competitive battling. In reality, I think it's just because all those mons came from Gen 4, and there was so much packed into Gen 4, which was great, except it just wasn't very impactful, and, well, competitively, they all suck, except for Manaphy and Shaman, but still, they're not very good. So I believe this next game, Pokemon Moon and Pokemon Sun, there needs to be a little bit more cut sequences, more legendary cut sequences throughout the game, possibly related to storyline, possibly could be like Suicune, Entei, and Raikou roaming around the world. It'd be pretty cool to find them roaming around the world. I feel like that's the best possible thing to do with these guys. Find Manaphy somewhere near a beach, find Shaman in a foresty area, and the Azelf, Uxie, and Mesprit, as we all know in Gen 4, they would run around and you have to find them. Possibly do something with the 3 of them. I'm thinking triple battle, and you get to catch them all there. I feel like that's just a fun idea, but it's probably definitely not going to happen. That's just a fun idea because it's 3 of them, and they're all, you know, brothers or sisters. I don't even know what they are. Are they genderless? I feel like, yeah, I think they are genderless. I'm not sure. That's besides the point. But there's got to be more with these more irrelevant mons, and it has to do something more with that. And off of what I'm going off with my third point, back on the third thing I talked about last time, was having the ability to capture all 800, 900, whatever the number might be, Pokemon. That going throughout the regions as well, that's just so important. And I'm just obviously going to tie back on it just because this should really be number 1, but I have a better number 1 than that. It's just going back and going throughout each region, you find each legendary Pokemon. That's what the best thing is. What I didn't like about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was that you got the Mega Latios, whatever, I don't give a shit what it was, and you flew up in the air using the flute or whatever that Mr. Stone gave you, whatever, and you just fly around to all these little islands, and out they come in the portal, these random islands that you can only go to like post-game. Little islands, they come out of these little portal holes that you have no idea how the hell they got there, and boom, Ho-Oh, boom, Lugia, boom, legendary birds, boom, even Palkia, Giratina, all like the major guys, Zekrom, it would all just come out that way. That is not cool, that's not fun. I don't like that at all, one bit. It's gotta be more adventurous. It's gotta be something a lot better than that, like going throughout each region, not necessarily playing through it, maybe just walking through, maybe flying around there and going to certain areas, like the Dragon Spiral Tower in Unova, or in Gen 1, you find Zapdos back at that power plant, you go back to Kanto. I just think that's what needs to be done to make it a lot better. So they need to have more cut sequences to do this, and you get to then follow these Pokemon around and try to find them during the game. They won't always be high leveled. Like maybe you'll start out with like finding a Fione in the wild at like level 20 at this certain area, and its catch rate's really, really low. Or maybe you'll at like the beginning of the game after maybe 4th gen in this new region find a, let's say, Uxie just floating around the gym or something like that, and you have to beat the gym, go up to the top of the gym, and fight it there. I don't know, something like that. Make it a lot better. For number 1, honestly, this one's pretty straightforward. Just save Zygarde for post-game. Please don't include him or any of his forms in the way in which I'm thinking, which like major importance during the game, honestly. Yes, he's important, however, he's not storyline important. We didn't even get to see him much in Pokemon X and Y, so that's why we should save him for post-game, much like the Delta episode, which we did more with the Rayquaza, and the End of the World Meteor, 6 miles long or whatever, and Deoxys, and whatnot like that. Zygarde, post-game, Delta episode, make it, I don't know, the Z episode, yeah, something like that. Why release information about the Zygarde forms, and then do it through the normal game? How is it possible that we can get this giant-ass Zygarde form creature, this 100%, in quotes, this 100% Zygarde creature, in post-game? We already have 2 new legendaries, plus any new, smaller, more relevant legendaries, like the Celebi of a game, or the Manaphy Shaman of a game. I'm sorry, I'm dicking on them, but still, they're irrelevant, deal with it. Why would that be the main focus of the game when it's Sun and Moon? If we wanted to make this a Zygarde game, we'd make this Pokemon Z, and, I don't know, Pokemon Z Plus or something like that. That sounds fun. For the post game, you gotta definitely make it more explosive and fun. Try and outdo yourself with the Rayquaza and flying into space. Yes, that was very cool. The Delta episode was awesome with that like Xynthia girl. I don't even know her name. Zinnia. Yeah, Zinnia. That she was bitchy, but still, it was fun though. It was definitely pretty fun. Quick ideas with Zygarde and his forms. You know how he's got like the Cell, and then like the Core, and then the Dog, and then the one we all know and love from the game, and then this 100% version. What I think would be pretty fun is we have at first, when we, you know, are in our house, we're picking our starter, whatever it is, we see the Core or the Cell, I don't know, fly around. Just fly around that first town that we're in. And maybe we chase it. Maybe we do something with that. And after, like, the first gym, it, like, comes into the doors of the first gym. And then we start to chase it out of the gym, and we chase it out to the next route where we find something. I don't know. It could be either a static encounter, we run into a trainer, we run into, like, I don't know, our rival of the game or something like that. And then, what I think is so cool, which I don't know, I was thinking about this a lot before recording this video weeks ago, or not weeks ago, but about a few days ago. We have the dog version, whatever it is, like 10%, I'm not even sure, I'll have the list up on the screen. We'll have the dog version, he'll be running around, and we'll have to chase him, not throughout the region, but throughout each route that we go on. And as we, you know, go through a route and we start walking out, before we go into a grass, we see, like, the dog there. The dog version, just sitting there, I don't know, and then he, like, says, Zy, or something like that, like some weird Zygarde sound things. That wasn't a very good impression. Don't hate me, don't yell at me, I'm sorry. We see then the dog run away. and everything like that. So it builds up the hype for Zygarde for more post-game. But you really just want to tease the Zygarde. You really want it to not be too important until post-game. And yeah, also something that I was thinking about, have a fight between Zygarde 100% and Regigigas. I think that would be beastly. Two giant, colossal Pokemon just fighting. That sounds sick. So please do that. So that sounds pretty cool. And yeah, that's number 1. So hope you guys enjoyed this top 5. If you're confused at all about anything, I don't know, rewatch the video. I don't know, leave a comment if you have a question about something. If you are going to ask me about which version I'm going to buy, Pokemon Moon or Pokemon Sun. I'm thinking about Sun, but I really want a little bit more information. I want to know what the legends look like. I want to know what the box art looks like, everything like that. But I'm leaning more towards Sun, and yes, I will be doing a Let's Play of it as well. Also, let me know, guys, which top 5 you want to see next. I don't know if this will be a weekly series, maybe 2 a week. Depends. These videos actually take a pretty long time to edit. Right now, I'm about like an hour and 30 minutes into editing this. But yeah, that's basically that. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. Remember to leave a like if you want to see more top 5s. Yeah, that's that. Peace out. My name is Eton. I'll see you guys for another top 5 video.